Good morning to all of you. Today we'll discuss about review of series compensation. In series compensation, we have three devices. One is GTO thyristor controlled series capacitor. Second one, thyristor controlled series capacitor. And third one, thyristor switched series capacitor. So we have total three devices in this chapter along with the objectives. So that is about chapter 5. We have total three devices. One, GTO controlled series capacitor. It is come under thyristor family. So it is also called as a GTO thyristor controlled series capacitor. In all the three, there is a common point, that is series capacitor we have. In GCSC, TCSC, and thyristor switched capacitor, we have in all circuits, we have series capacitor. So that is common. Okay. So in this one, series compensation, the transmission line generally will be inductive in nature, so that we are connecting externally the capacitance to compensate that transmission line. So that's why the capacitance is common for all these three devices: GCSC, TCSC, and TSSC. Same in this you can take it as a third one as per order we are discussing, and this one is the second. So that is TSSC, thyristor switched series capacitor. Thyristor switched series capacitor is the second one we are assuming, and thyristor controlled series capacitor is the third one. So in all these three circuits, series capacitor is common. Then only the switching devices are different. So in this case, the switching device is GTO, gate turn off thyristor. In the second one, the switching device is thyristor. Even in the third case, we take it as a switching device as a thyristor. Of course, we use it as a TCR. Okay, so here all the three power circuits are presented in a single page. You can see that. Okay, all three are presented. Then we'll see the difference. Okay, or how to draw these power circuits, because the operation or the equation, derivation, or waveforms, everything is based on this power circuit diagram. So everyone has to know the power circuit related to this series compensation. So already we have seen there is a common point for all these three devices. That is a series capacitor. C, series capacitor. So already in objectives we have defined degree of series compensation, that is XC by X, where X is the transmission, total reactance of the transmission line, and XC is the external reactance, capacitance added in series with this transmission line, so that overall reactance will decrease, so that the transmission line becomes shortened, so that the power handling capacity will be increased, and also the power flows also increased, and reactive power compensation takes place parallelly. Okay, so here in the first diagram we use to place a series capacitor, we use this technique, that is GTO. So we use GTO. So in this one, you can see that this switch is consisting of a GTO. GTO, how to represent GTO? It is like ordinary thyristor consisting of anode, cathode and gate. But on this gate, you can represent bar on that one. Simply bar on that one. That represent gate. So that differentiate between the ordinary thyristor and the GTO. So this way we are representing the GTO. You can see that here two GTOs connected in anti-parallel. That is considered as a switch in case of AC. Why? In case of AC, we'll have positive and negative cycles, so that once it is connected to this AC supply, during positive cycle, one is acting. During the negative cycle, other is acting. So here the thyristor which is connected in this direction, that is anode to positive and cathode to negative during positive cycle, this is acting, and during the negative cycle, this one. So that is taken as a switch or valve in case of AC. So whatever it may be, so whether it is a thyristor switch or the GTO or any other, you can observe that there is a anti-parallel. Thyristors are connected anti-parallel or GTOs are connected anti-parallel. That is taken as a AC switch. Generally, we use one device as a switch, but here two devices we are using because of this AC supply. Okay, so that's why in this case we have two GTOs connected anti-parallel. In the second or third, we have thyristors which are connected anti-parallel. So that is a switch or a valve in any of the case. Then in this one, that means in the first case, just we are adding a switch along the capacitor. That's all. Depending on the switch condition, the capacitance will be acting or it is or not. That depends on the switch position. When the switch is on, the capacitor will be bypassed. When the switch is off, then the capacitor is not okay. Capacitor is in the circuit. So depending on the switch condition, you will have the capacitance whether in the circuit or out of the circuit, because based on that one we can vary the voltage across the capacitor. We cannot vary the current as in the case of TCR. So we are taking current constant. Sorry, here this is the current. Okay, so we take the voltage across this one. So we take voltage across the capacitor, that will vary. So current is constant and we are assuming that voltage across the capacitance is varied using this switch. How to vary this voltage by using switching? Once you switch on, okay, this that is if assume that this switch is off means it is for a long time the capacitor is in the circuit. Then to disconnect the circuit you have to switch on, that means bypass. Or if it is continuously on, then you can switch off to insert the capacitance in series. So this operation again we will discuss. So first remember how to draw the power circuit in this case. Okay, then coming to the second, that is here I'm taking the second one as TCSC, thyristor switched TSSC, thyristor switched series capacitor. So you can observe the difference between this circuit and this already GCSC. Only difference is that the device is just changed to ordinary thyristor SCR. That's all. Here a series of the TSSCs are connected, but After seeing this, you may feel difficult, but here you see only one circuit. So in this circuit, capacity is as it is, current passing through the capacitor we are assuming I, and only in these devices, okay, we have GTO, but that is replaced with thyristor. So this becomes thyristor switched series capacitor. Then why, you may ask, why it is thyristor, why not it is a thyristor controlled series capacitor? Why it is a thyristor switched series capacitor, you may ask. See, in the case of thyristor, you cannot turn off the thyristor, okay, by giving a gating signal. You cannot. You have to design a separate circuit for that one. Whereas in the case of GTO, just by designing firing circuit, you can turn off this one. So once you turn off, capacitor is inserted. Once you turn on, capacitor is bypassed. So that is the advantage of GTO when compared to thyristor. That's why it is not possible to control the voltage across the capacitor using the thyristor, because it won't have the turn off capability. So whereas GTO is having the turn off capability. Then then you may ask again, then how in this case we call it as a TCSC, thyristor controlled series capacitor. Again we have a thyristor. You may ask, here you can observe, okay, in this case we are controlling the current through the inductor using this one. Already this we have discussed in the shunt compensation. So this is already named in the shunt compensation as a thyristor controlled reactor. Already we have seen the voltages, currents, and how the instantaneous voltages are generated in this one, or currents are generated, how current depends on delay angle alpha, and how that angle alpha is varied with the different waveforms we have seen, and harmonic analysis we have seen, and we have reduced harmonics by connecting number of TCRs, and one we make it as a TCR, and all remaining we took it as a thyristor switched reactor. So all this we have discussed in the shunt compensation. So just if you go back and recollect the thyristor controlled reactor operation, then same thing we are connecting in parallel to this capacitance. So that overall reactance, actually the reactance of inductance is varied using alpha. How? By varying the current. In the similar fashion, you observe this here with the GTO, we are controlling the voltage across the capacitor. That is this voltage across the capacitor, we are controlling in the similar fashion to that of TCR, thyristor control reactor. So there is an analogous or the relation between this GCSC and TCR. Remember, okay. So here XL is controlled, here XC is controlled. XC is controlled. I'm talking about only this TCR, that is part of TCSC, part of TCSC. So once this variable reactance XL is connected to XC, so overall reactance, that is total reactance of this device, that is TCSC, reactance of okay, TCSC is controlled using the combination, that is TCSC is controlled, that is parallel combination of XL and XC. So because you can see that they are connected in parallel, this XL and XC. XL is varying with respect to alpha, so that overall reactance you can vary, not the capacitance or the voltage across the capacitance. Okay, so that way we can control the capacitance, series capacitance, that is reactance we are controlling. So overall reactance that is for the TCSC, if you consider, it is a function of alpha. How we control alpha? By changing the delay angle of this TCR circuit. So in this case, TCR is connected in parallel with the series capacitance. So how to choose XL or XC? Generally, we choose XL greater than XC because you can make this overall reactance may be capacitive or inductive. This is the advantage of this one. So this is the advantage of TCSC over this one or this one. But we don't need that, okay? Generally, in the case of TCSC, you can make the entire circuit as inductive in nature. You can see that that is TCSC. For theoretical purpose, we can analyze this TCSC. Oral reactance of this TCSC may be inductive because we are considering XL greater than XC. XL greater than XC. So once you make the reactance of this inductance greater than the capacitance, then we can make this overall reactance inductive, and the capacitance reactance may be less, okay, depending on this condition, okay. So that is possible. That way we can make the either inductive or capacitive, this TCSC. But whereas in the other two, only capacitance is there, so we can only vary the capacitance to reactance in the case of first one, and also second one it is fixed. You cannot vary. So the capacitance that you are adding in series with the transmission line, so that in these two cases, and in this case theoretically we are discussing, so that inductance is also possible. That is overall reactance may be inductive depending on these conditions, okay. So that is about TCSC, okay. So these are the power circuits. So in this one I'm repeating, okay, in this case we have TCR. In case of TCSC, we are connecting a TCR in parallel with a series capacitor. This is the main first circuit we are discussing, that is GCSC, and second one is TSSC. Just this is replaced by thyristor, and in this one it is slightly different from this one. We are adding a TCR circuit in parallel with the capacitor. What is TCR circuit? An inductor, okay, connected via switch, that is in series with that inductor will have a AC switch. So that voltage across this one is fixed. Only current passing through this is varied by varying the firing angle of these thyristors, thyristor 1 and 2. Okay, so that is about series compensation. Okay, we don't have SSC. In case of SSC, so whatever we are discussing now, SSC, we don't have that one in syllabus. Just for here, for comparison with these circuits, I am saying, okay. So we are connecting, okay, the SSC, that is static synchronous series compensator, SSC, okay. We have SSC, static synchronous series compensator, not capacitor. Some people may confuse because here series capacitor is there, here series capacitor is there, here also series capacitor is there, but it is a converter. These are all three are based on variable impedance type. That means in all these three, reactance will vary or impedance will vary with some firing angle. Okay, but here this is switched converter type. So we are using converter. Okay, voltage sourced converter we use. Okay, and it is connected in series. Same thing, if you connect it in parallel, then that is called as a STATCOM. So we have discussed a STATCOM, and we have compared with the SVC, and we have analyzed the performance analysis of SVC and STATCOM, all other. So analogous to that STATCOM, we have here SSC. Here, these are the series compensator, there shunt compensator. So STATCOM come under shunt compensation, and this SSC come under series compensation. But in our syllabus, this is excluded. We don't have this one. So this is converter based, and even if you see the classification of this series converter, so this is based on converter type, switched converter type, and these are variable impedance type synchronous generators. You can see that all three, GCSC, TSSC, TCSC, all come under variable impedance type series FACTS controllers. And this is the switched converter type analogous to STATCOM. So in STATCOM, same we have voltage source converter, or you can replace with current source converter, but most of the cases we use voltage source converter that is connected. This is connected in series, but there that converter is connected in parallel. And already we have discussed UPFC. It is a combination of this AAAC and STATCOM. So the whatever the features you get in this case of AAAC and STATCOM, both the advantages you get in the case of UPFC, Unified Power Flow Controller. That is the last chapter already over. We have discussed the schematic and basic functional diagram, and the conventional control capabilities and real reactive powers, how we have controlled at all points, and applications of that UPFC in the transmission line we have seen. So all these we have discussed. Now we are discussing the review of this series compensation, so that AAAC you should know what you have inside this box. Voltage source converter will have the bridge circuit, converter circuit you have. Using that, you can get either capacitance nature or inductive nature with this one. Okay, that is with the AAAC, static synchronous series compensator. So that is about power circuits. Okay, then we move to the waveforms, because you have to explain, we have to explain the operation of this one. So I will move to the next, that is the waveforms. See, this is the waveform for this starting, that is GCSE. GCSE. So in the GCSE, we have connected a switch across the capacitor. That's all. Just a switch we have connected across the capacitor using GTO circuit. You can switch on and off by giving firing pulse to this GTO. GTO. Okay. Next, what are these waveforms, or how to draw these waveforms? Okay. Simple capacitor circuit, if we assume that the current passing through the capacitance is leading with respect to voltage by 90 degrees. 90 degrees. So here same voltage and the current waveforms are shown. Once this switch is off at this point, that is okay, the capacitor is included. That's all. Okay, capacity is included. We are assuming that switch is off. Switch is off. Okay, at this point. Okay, switch is off at this point, and it is on. Okay, up to this point, or irrespective of that condition of the switch, we are assuming that switch is turned off at this instant, so that capacitor will come to picture, and you will have voltage and capacitance values as in the case of ordinary capacitor, because we are switching off at this instant once the voltage crossing zero. Okay, this or this instant, then okay, then you get this waveform. But instead of switching off that GTO, we allow some angle gamma. We allow some angle gamma. Then you don't get this voltage waveform, complete voltage waveform. So it will be zero, and again it will be zero at this end. And if you see the zeta conduction angle, it will be less than pi degrees. Or if you take complete cycle, it conducts for complete, that is 0 to pi degrees. But you can see that whenever if you provide some delay while switching off the GTO, we don't get complete cycle, we get only partial voltage waveform. So by changing that angle, you can get different values of voltage. For different values of gamma, you can get different values of voltage. So this voltage is varied with respect to gamma. Once voltage is varied across the capacitor and current is constant, then reactance you can vary. Reactance simply becomes voltage by current in the case of capacitor. Okay, so that we can vary the reactance with respect to gamma. How? By varying the voltage. So this is the logic in the GCSE. Same explanation we take for the negative cycle, or for number of cycles you can vary the gamma and you can represent the different current. Okay, that is different currents. Okay, that is different, but that is not required. So this is very, very important. Either positive cycle or negative cycle, we have to explain how this GCSE is operating and how we get variable capacitance using switching, that is voltage. How we get variable voltage, that we have to explain, either the positive cycle or negative cycle whenever GCSE is concerned. Then coming to the next type of waveform, so that is TSSC or TCSC we consider. We'll consider next, okay, TCSC, okay, TCSC we consider, and we'll discuss that waveforms. Already told, in case of TCSC, thyristor controlled series capacitor, thyristor controlled series capacitor, we are connecting a thyristor controlled reactor in parallel with the capacitance, in parallel with the capacitance. So what will happen once this switch is okay on or off? Okay, at this instant, once a switch is off, that once a switch is off, then the capacitance will be included in this circuit. Okay, so once a switch is off, okay, once a switch is off, okay, during that procedure, okay, here two currents will circulate, okay, one, okay, so that is one will circulate here and will change the voltage across the capacitor to reverse voltage. Okay, you can see that during this period, okay, the capacitance voltage will be reversed once you change the circuit. That is whenever whenever this is on, not off. Okay, whenever this is on, okay, whenever this switch is on, then this XC circuit, that is also called as a tank circuit. Okay, whenever generally once the capacitor and inductors are connected in parallel, you will have a, you will call it as a tank circuit, and it oscillate, LC oscillate. I mean, even if you see the transients in second year, okay, it will oscillate and you get voltage current waveforms will be reversed. So in this case, the voltage across the capacitor will be reversed, and you will have constant line current, and along with that one you will have the inductor current here in this path, that is in the tank circuit, which makes the capacitor voltage in the reverse direction. For example, here the negative voltage becomes positive, and here the positive voltage becomes negative during this case. That is subsequent positive negative cycles, it will turn on. So during that one, it will change the voltage to that, offset to that negative one, positive to negative or negative to positive. So that we need. Okay, and other waveform that is not included here, that is the reactance diagram also you require, that is XTCSC you require. Generally it will be inductive in nature, it will be like this, okay, and the capacitive in nature like this. So inductive for reactive diagram is also important for this TCSC. Have not taken please, here you will have a forbidden okay, not operating region. Okay, it won't operate during this region, forbidden region. We are assuming that it won't operate. It goes to infinite once xl is equal to xc. So it won't operate during this region or a range. So reactance diagram is also important. This is inductive in nature and this is capacitive in nature. In the case of XTCSC, so this is also important as per the uh, TCSC is concerned. Okay, and just here only one more path, that is tank circuit current you get, that is inductive current. In addition to the line current you will have, that makes the current, inductive current makes the capacitance voltage to be negative, that just offset to the positive to negative, negative to positive, and the next subsequent cycle, that is positive negative cycle, it will be changed, or same procedure will happen in the next cycle. Okay, so that is about this TCSC. And you can explain about either any one diagram, any one, that is you get a AC sinusoidal current you get for this tank circuit. Separate current path you will have once it is switched on. You will have inductor current, and that will circulate in this path, in this internally, and it won't affect the line current. We are assuming that line current is constant. In addition to that, you will have the inductive current that makes the voltage of the capacitor will be in opposite direction. So that is about this TCSC. And that XC reactance diagram is also important. Then coming to the TSSC, thyristor switched series capacitor, we don't have control on off. Naturally, it comes to off position because once the current is going to zero, then that zero current is generally less than the holding current, so that it comes to off. This is called natural commutation. So that will happen. Okay, whereas switching on in our control by giving a gating signal to this thyristor, you can switch on. So here switching on is done at this point. Okay, so here once it is switched on, it will be bypassed. Okay, it will be bypassed. Okay, see here the reverse I am saying. Okay, please note this. Okay, so here thyristor is on up to this point, that means capacitor is bypassed. So okay, the thyristor is switched off naturally at this instant by, because the current goes to zero, so that the again capacitor will be into the picture. Okay, that is it will come. Okay, and again the here we are making, okay, that is switching on to bypass that one. Okay, so switching on and off, that depends on okay, so just only here we have control over the turning on. So we have switched on for a long time, we are assuming that naturally at this point it will be switched off, so that capacitor will be included. You will get the capacitance voltage. Again, at any point of time you can switch on depending on the firing angle that we are giving. So this is the diagram. Okay, just this instant, that is a transition we have to explain in the case of this one. So it is not possible to control the capacitor voltage, so that it is a simple thyristor switched capacitor. Okay, a switched series capacitor. Number of series capacitors we can use along with this one. And to reduce the harmonics in the case of GCSE, we take one GCSE and remaining all will be switched off at zero instant, so that you get full waveforms. That is reduction of harmonics in the case of GCSE, similar to TCR. Okay, so that we are taking. Then we consider the VI characteristics equations. Okay, equations I is equal to, similar to this TCR we are considering in the case of TCSE, that is simply parallel combination of XCXL, XCXL we are taking, and this is similar. These three equations are similar to the a TCR circuit. In case of TCR circuit, we have assumed V is equal to Vm cos omega t, and we did the derivation for a current. Now it is voltage, and these are the VI characteristics of all three, that is GCSC, TCSC, and TSSC we cannot control, so its shaded portion won't be there. It is operated only on these lines. Okay, you can see that it can be operated only on this line. Okay, for the voltage control mode and reactive control mode. But whereas in TCSC, you can see that it can be, reactance will be either inductive or capacitive. You can see that. Okay, that is the advantage of this TCSC. Already time is over. I'm ending the class. Thank you very much for joining.